Hi, this is Crystal. I'm creating my video in response to the self-assessment assignment that we completed. After completing the assignment or the assessment, I realized that I don't have very much knowledge or experience in OD as I would like to have. I did have quite a few answers that I answered in a neutral response because I wasn't sure which direction I wanted to go. I know that you mentioned that there are no right or wrong answers, but I still was not clear on some of the questions in terms of whether or not I would agree or disagree. So I resorted to answering them with a neutral response. Um, and like I said, it was made clear to me that I don't have a thorough understanding or knowledge in OD values or philosophy and the understanding of the role of the change agent and the social systems, or really understanding the hows and the whys of change. But I do know that after reading the first few chapters of our assigned text, I got a little bit better understanding of OD. I was able to relate it to the dental field, which made the basic understanding of OD a little bit easier for me. Um, in dentistry, small offices, such as the ones that I work in, the dentist, who is the employer, the boss, the CEO, will sometimes hire a dental management company or consulting firm to come in and evaluate the current practices and policies and protocols of the office and find ways to make the individuals and the practice as a whole more efficient and more effective, and increase overall production. And I personally don't have any experience with these firms. I've never worked in an office that has had one, but I've heard both good and negative responses from people who have worked in practices with them. And based on what I've read and what I've heard, I do believe and I do assume that organizational development can be utilized in any practice or in any organization, large or small. And it really is the success of the development or the change within the organization is heavily dependent on having the right person come in, or the right practitioner come in and participate and evaluate and create change for that organization. And for example, in my field, OD and the practitioners can really be an implemented tool or something to be utilized because dental students are not given a thorough curriculum, or they're not provided enough or a lot of education really in managing a small business or managing employees. I think they're given maybe 1 to 3 classes over the course of their 4-year education in becoming a dentist, and that those 1 to 3 classes are truly not enough to really understand how to run a small business effectively and efficiently, and how to make the people who work for them improve and become as effective as they possibly can. Next, I want to address how the values of OD align with my own faith. And I am a Catholic. I've gone to Catholic school from elementary into college. I had a few years where I went to public school, and then now I'm back at APU. So religion and faith have always played a part in all aspects of my life, both personal and professional. And so one of the basic values that I hold is just an overall respect for human beings. And this can be encompassed in several different ways, but I know that it is similar to several of the organizational development values. For example, human empowerment and potential, respect, dignity, integrity, worth, and fundamental rights of individuals. All of these things go into valuing humans and respecting humans at the core level. I found a verse in Galatians chapter 3, verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is no male and female, for you are all one in Jesus Christ. And this is a truly, truly important value to me because no matter what an individual or a group or the individuals within a group, no matter their race, their gender, their color, their economic status, their social status, education status, professional status, is we are all the same at the end of the day. We all breathe the same air. We all walk the same earth. We're the same. Essentially, we're all humans. And it's important that that OD aligns with this value for me. It's something that I plan to implement in the span of the 9 weeks of this course. Also, what's important to me is the value of working for the common good, because again, in all aspects of our life, we are individuals, but we are also individuals within a community. We're part of a family at home. We're part of a team at work. We're part of a spiritual community in the church setting. We're part of an educational community at school. So it's important that we all work for the good of all, for the good of everything. When we work for a company as a team, we all have a common goal that we're trying to achieve. When we're in the family, we have goals that we're trying to achieve as a family or maintain, etc. So it's extremely important to me that I create that in the organizations that I work with and I work for. Just kind of to reiterate, the values that I hold that also align with OD are honesty and happiness, justice, learning, growth and understanding, responsibility and acceptance. These are all part of our relationships that we hold with Christ and with others. And based on the values that are expressed in our text, it seems that OD, or organizational development, and values the same things and really wants practitioners to implement those things. And for the last question, an item that I want to seek personal growth and development in is my relationships with others. I tend to become self-centered when I am busy with work and school and I start to feel overwhelmed. I tend to skip out sometimes on regular mass attendance. I don't participate in family functions, and I don't really spend a lot of time with my family or my loved ones like I should, because even though I'm busy and I have homework and I have work and I have a lot of things that I have to get done, I really need to foster the relationships that I have with these people, because it's Christ, it's my family, it's my friends that are all supporting me in all of my journeys through school, through this program, through work. So I think it's better for me to just overall understand the relationships that I have with others, because I know in the workplace, whether I stay in my current field or I transition and start to utilize what I've learned in the program in a different role, I will need to understand individuals and understand the relationships that every person holds with one another in order to better the organization as a whole. So those are the things that I discovered through the self-assessment. I'm glad that I took the assessment, and now I can use my answers to really focus in on what is important to me and what I want to learn, what I understand or don't understand, and move forward over the next 9 weeks. That is it, and I look forward to any responses or any feedback, and I hope to hear from you soon.